Stop living off mom and dad forever. You parasite. You money leech. My older sister is the one who is calling me names and insulting me. She has always been conceited and has made constant fun of me, her younger sister. It's tolerable to me no longer. She's talking without any knowledge. Simply because we are family doesn't mean that I won't be merciful. I'll show her. My name is Lisa. I'm 28 years old, and my parents and I share a high-rise condo. This began approximately half a year ago. The cause? My dad wasn't gone. After being exposed to gambling by a coworker, my dad, who works for a corporation, developed an addiction to it. He plunged rapidly into debt. It appears that he obtained his loan from an unscrupulous lender, since his monthly installments quickly increased. We were struggling to pay our living bills, even when my mom started working part-time. That's when it occurred. My mother, who was desperate, called me. Lisa, these are difficult times in life. Could you just lend us a little money? Did Dad really have that much debt? Not only did I not know, but it appears that our initial estimates were greatly off. It's far too much for my part-time work to support. I was taken aback. How could Dad harm Mom in this way? Additionally, our residence wasn't leak-proof. Was life on a daily basis even manageable? Our home is just rented, so we can't even remodel it. We have no choice but to endure, Mom explained. Okay. Why don't you guys move in with me? And that's how I ended up inviting my parents to live in my condo. We've been living as a family of 3, while also helping with Dad's debt repayments. 2 months passed since my parents moved in. While having lunch with my mom, she received a phone call. "Oh, Mom, is that Carrie?" The person on the phone was my sister, Carrie. What she said next was utterly unbelievable. "Could you lend me some money? I went to the house, and no one was there. Are you guys out of money? I lent you $300 just the other day." "Can't help it. I blew it all on slots again," Carrie replied. As you may have guessed, my sister was also a gambler. True to the saying, like father, like daughter, Carrie had a fondness for gambling. She's a housewife who frequents slot parlors while her husband works. Despite our mother's financial struggles, Carrie continued, "Hey, where are you? Did you move?" "Yes, we moved. That's why nobody was at the old house." "What? You really moved? I didn't hear about this. Give me the address." Knowing my mom's gentle nature, I took the phone from her. "Hey, Carrie, enough is enough. How long will you keep bothering Mom like this?" Lisa, why are you there?" "Mom's living with me now. The old house is rented and comes with its own expenses. You're old enough to stop asking our parents for money. It's embarrassing." "Then you lend me some money," she snapped. "Why should I?" "Absolutely not. Just stop bothering Mom about this anymore," I said and ended the call abruptly. My mom looked apologetic, her shoulders slumping. I'd never really seen eye to eye with my 2-year-older sister, Carrie. She's always in debt and constantly pestering Mom without a hint of gratitude. I've always resented her. After she got married, she rarely visited our family home, and I thought it was a relief that our interactions had dwindled. But recently, she was starting to come around again, asking for money, especially from Dad. He's been too lenient with her, secretly lending her money despite his own debts and Mom's struggles. If Carrie finds out where I live, it could spell trouble. She's asked for my address a few times already, but I've ignored every request. Then, a few days later, as the 3 of us relaxed at home, the intercom rang. "I get it," my dad said, unusually taking the lead. A few minutes later, The door swung open with a clatter, and a sharp voice filled the room. Wow! How many stories is this place? I hurried over in surprise, finding my sister standing there. What, Carrie? Why are you? Oh, don't mind me. You should have told me sooner if you bought a penthouse. Mom and Dad still have money, right? But this place is, my mom started, but my sister seemed oblivious. Dad, you've always been into slots too, right? Maybe you hit the jackpot? That's not it, Carrie. Mom interjected. As expected of my dad, I always knew you were something special, but you're truly amazing. My father blushed, a proud smile spreading across his face. Oh, stop. What do you mean? This isn't your house, is it? Why are you acting like you own the place? It appeared my dad had given Carrie the address of our home. Judging by his reaction, she seemed to think he owned the whole place and started making sarcastic remarks at my expense. Hey, Lisa, how long do you plan on mooching off our parents? What? I'm working. I'm not relying on Dad. But isn't this house meant for you? You don't even have a husband to support you. My husband, on the other hand, works at a top-tier company after graduating from grad school. Isn't it funny how different we turned out as sisters? And you're at some no-name company with a low salary. Ha ha. I'm not in a company because. My sister paused, processing my words. Wait, are you seriously unemployed? Why would you think that? I'm not attached to a specific company, but I do work. Unemployed at your age? That's just not acceptable. I don't want to be involved in that. What's your issue? Can't you just listen? Wow, they weren't kidding when they said hitting the nail on the head makes people angry, I thought, as my sister kept criticizing me. Eventually, she received a $200 allowance from our father before leaving. That night, I confronted my father. Dad, you know you're in debt, right? So why are you giving Carrie money? I can't help it, can I? Carrie is a full-time housewife with no income. She's in a tough spot. She's wasting it all on gambling. If you can afford to pamper Carrie, why not use it to pay off your debt sooner? Mom and I are both suffering because of this. Okay, I understand. Please don't get so upset. It was frustrating how irresponsible my father could be, but they were still family. I couldn't just abandon them. Then 2 weeks later, another bombshell dropped unexpectedly. I'm pregnant, so we'll be moving in here with my husband. My sister had visited again, this time bringing her husband, and announced they intended to move in. Wait a minute. Don't make decisions on your own. This house belongs to me. Huh? This house belongs to Dad. Besides, having you as a freeloader is a burden on our parents. Why do you think you can move in just because you're pregnant and bring your husband along? Well, I've already canceled my condo lease, so you, the unemployed one, can just stay quiet. I've told you, I'm not a freeloader. How much longer will you get your way until you're satisfied? Our argument was interrupted by Dad stepping in, saying, Come on now, calm down, Lisa. Carrie is pregnant, so we can't just kick her out, right? Even you, Dad, enough is enough. My sister burst out laughing, watching me struggle to maintain composure. Poor Dad, having to deal with a parasite like you. Why don't you just leave already, you leech? At that moment, my emotions boiled over with anger. That's enough. She's not family to me anymore. If that's how you want it, then so be it. With a smirk, my sister watched me. Fine, you want me to leave? Fine, I'll go. It seems you finally understand your own worthlessness. I'll leave as you wish. But whatever happens, it's not my problem. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You'll be the one in trouble, not me. Upon hearing that, Mom stepped in. Lisa, hold on. I stopped her. Mom, I'm okay. Please don't say anything. But Lisa. Mom, I'll be fine. Apparently displeased, my sister grabbed my arm. Just leave already, you freeloader. The next day, I swiftly packed my belongings and left the house. A few days later, savoring some rare solitude, I got a call from my sister. So how's life in your new place? Enjoying that dinky apartment? Is that why you called? You got plenty of free time. I see. Humph. Annoying. I called to check on you, but instead, are you helping Mom? Doing some housework, I assume. My sister chuckled dismissively. Why should I? Housework is Mom's job, isn't it? I'm pregnant after all. I don't need to bother with that. Really? You're living together. You should be more supportive. How self-centered can you get? Shut up. Unlike you, I'm valuable just by being pregnant. Understand? I'm worth something. You, on the other hand, are worthless. You're irritating. I'm hanging up. And with that, she abruptly ended the call. Concerned, I immediately dialed Mom's number. Mom, it's Lisa. Ah, Lisa. Mom's voice, though just a few days had passed, sounded weary. Mom, Carrie called me. She's leaving all the housework to you. Yes, it was manageable when you were helping Lisa. But Carrie isn't doing anything. I can't believe this. Enough is enough. I'll talk to her tomorrow. Just hang in there, Mom. Thank you, Lisa. I'm really sorry for all of this. Feeling guilty for leaving my timid mom in that situation, I hurried to finish my work. The next day, when I arrived at the condo, an unexpected issue arose. My husband got arrested for embezzlement. My sister cried as soon as she saw me. What? Your husband did that? Wow, that's a huge disappointment. Why are you so calm? This is a big deal for me. I don't know. It doesn't concern me. Actually, there's something I wanted to discuss with you today. Ignoring my remark, my sister turned to our father, tears brimming in her eyes. Dad, please help me. I can't survive without my husband. Well, what do you expect me to do? You have money, don't you? Lend me some. No, I really don't have any. That's impossible. In a frenzy, my sister began searching through our father's room. Eventually, she found his bank book and eagerly flipped it open. Her face fell when she saw the balance. What? What's this? Why is there only $1.75 left in the account? In response to her hysterical outburst, I calmly explained, it's because of gambling. Just like you. You're joking, right? By the way, Dad's in debt too. What? Hold on. He's living in a luxury condo, right? There's no way he's broke. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. When we opened it, several unfamiliar men in suits stood outside. We have a warrant to seize property. We'll be carrying out the operation now. With that, the men started gathering my sister's belongings one by one. Wait, that's my designer bag from the casino, and that's my beauty device. Why are you taking these? My husband's embezzlement just happened. Please stop. To my bewildered sister, I laid out the facts. This isn't about your husband's seizure. It's because Dad neglected to respond to all the debt collection attempts. It seems he's been ignoring court notices without informing me or Mom. What? What does that mean? Then, what about this house? That's why I said, It's a rented house. It wasn't purchased. And it's not under Dad or Mom's name. No, you're lying. Rent? Why didn't you tell me sooner? I tried to tell you multiple times, as did Mom. It's you who chose to ignore everything and didn't want to know. How can you afford to rent a luxury condo like this? It doesn't make sense, she said. I'm trading stocks from home. Stocks, like Dad used to. I tried following his lead, and it turns out I'm pretty good at it. The big stock market success wasn't Dad's, it was mine. What? So what about this house? What's going to happen to me? I'm not interested in paying the rent anymore, so eventually, everyone will probably be evicted. I'll find another place, but it'll be tougher for you, being unemployed with a child. Best of luck. I don't see you as family anymore, and I'm not planning to help. With those words, my sister collapsed, crying uncontrollably. Seeing her selfishness on full display, I finally lost my patience. Why are you crying now? After causing so much trouble, you suddenly cry and beg for help when things go wrong. You're incredibly selfish. Mom is coming to live with me. I won't let you drag her down anymore. Stay here with Dad and deal with your own mess until your husband returns. Don't abandon me, please. You're my sister. You need to face the consequences of your actions. As for my sister and father, after that, the outcome was inevitable. Eventually, my brother-in-law couldn't repay the embezzled money and ended up in jail. What's worse, it turned out my sister had been unknowingly using the embezzled funds. It became clear she was spending beyond her husband's salary, leading to the conclusion that she was also culpable for ignoring the situation. Meanwhile, my father, without the support of me and my mother, who had been helping with his debt, seemed to finally grasp the depth of our assistance. He now works a day job and takes on night shifts as a traffic controller, pushing his aging body to work double shifts. In my case, my mom and I have moved into a new house and are living a quiet life. Since I've always favored renting, it won't be too difficult for me to find another apartment if we ever lose this one. Mom was worried about Dad and my sister at first, but she's slowly getting back to her former self again. Hey Lisa, I heard there's a new cafe near the station. Mom, you really enjoy cakes, don't you? They claim to serve amazing waffles there. Shall we go together? Sure, after work then. Great, I'll tidy up and wait. After completing this straightforward, everyday activity, I intend to treasure this joy and greet every day with thankfulness.